everybody, welcome to Ablaze TV. This is your girl Geraldine and you're watching Witty Moments on Ablaze TV. Witty Moments is that time in our show where we get to meet different kinds of people. They get to talk to us about their life, how they get by life, what they do to make life comfortable for them, and they tell us their stories, their pain, their struggles, their success. Today in the show we are meeting a young girl. She's a student. We will be talking to her and finding out how she was able to get by her education and how she made it through the crisis, because she really had some serious crisis. So she'll be telling us that, and keep watching Ablaze TV for more. Hey, welcome girl.
Thank you.
You're looking so good.
Thank you.
You know, I could give you a hug right now, but because we asked to keep social distance.
Yeah.
But you're so welcome to the show today.
Thank you.
Okay, so have a seat. So how have you been?
I've been good. I've been doing good.
Okay, tell us about yourself. Who is Asoh Glorine?
I'm called Glorine Asoh, as you earlier said. I was born in Bamenda. My mom and dad are from Bamenda. I'm 20 years old. My dad is a retired teacher and my mom is a pastor, my profession. And I have just a sibling, a little brother. And I scored in progressive. I had my advanced level in progressive.
We have met Glorine Asoh. She's going to be telling us some more about herself, how she was able to get by school. Now you'll want to hear her story. It's a really touching story. Now, Glorine Asoh, can you tell me, you went to progressive, right?
Yeah.
That's the pro we all know, is it?
Exactly.
Okay, that is a very popular school. Did you go to any other school than progressive?
Actually, I didn't. I attended progressive since I was in Form 1 to Upsit. That's where I school.
Okay, so you've been in progressive from Form 1 to Upsit.
Actually, back then, that was the closest school to the house. And then the transport fare was a thing, so I chose that because it would be easier for me to go to school from where we live.
Okay, so did you walk to school on a daily basis?
Yeah, I did.
A lot?
Almost every day.
Okay, did you ever get the experience of running under the rain to school?
Exactly. That's during the rainy season. I did that a lot. I actually ran in the rain several times with rain boots and other stuff like that.
Oh wow, you were a very passionate student. I mean, that shows how passionate you were about school. Alright, talking to you some days ago, you mentioned that you had a little issue with school because of the crisis. You had your ordinary levels. Was it before or after the crisis, or during the crisis?
Within the crisis.
Within the crisis. So how did that affect you?
It was really not that easy because when the crisis began, I had just finished my ordinary level. Rather, I just wrote the ordinary level and was going to lower seats, and there the crisis began. I had to stop school for a period of 1 year, and coming back to school I could not go to the same class. It was kind of so I had to move forward. I went to Upsit. And it was not really that easy because I had to catch up on so many things, the class that's not there, and the crisis running up and down with guns. It was really a thing.
Okay, you made mention you had to stay home for a period of 1 year.
Yes.
What did you do? What did you do while you were not going to school? What exactly were you doing?
I actually learned so many trades. I learned how to do hair, that's hairdressing, and also I learned how to make beads. Yes, those were the two things I was focused on, but the hairdressing I really focused.
You specified on it.
Exactly.
Okay. We don't see people like you, youths like you, every day in this country. Moving on, you have your advanced level.
Yeah, I do.
And that was 2018.
18.
And I quite remember the crisis was really at its peak that year. How were you able to do that?
Something else, because then my dad had retired, I think about 2 years before then,
Okay.
and there was no money for fees. So my fees was actually paid like buying granules. It was really not easy. I paid my fees in bits, and that gave me
You were traumatized?
exactly.
Okay.
It gave me a traumatizing experience because I was always sent out of school almost every
Like
day.
the headman or your principal was just getting all. They used to call them bursars, right? Because I still remember they used to call them. They would just get into class and like, Glorine Asoh, if you know you're not paying your fees, get up and get out of my class.
As they were just approaching,
Yeah.
that look, and I'm gone already.
Okay, you were the time that used to escape even before you got there.
Exactly.
Okay, so running in and out of school, you still managed to make it because
Exactly.
we're talking to a very intelligent student, Glorine Asoh. She's an honor student. So tell us, how did you make it?
Actually, I studied with notes. I begged actually because I was not always in school because of the fee issue. So I begged notes from other classmates. I read them overnight and then return them. Sometimes I buy notes, sometimes I do with the internet, and that was pretty challenging.
Oh, okay, you studied online, you
Yeah.
used internet to study.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's great.
I actually had plans on going to the university, but along the way, money was an issue. So I actually submitted my documents,
Oh, wow.
but money became a problem and there was no way I could continue. So I just went and continued doing what I learned during the period of 1 year.
Okay, during the period of 1 year no school, that's when you started applying what you learned. Wow. Okay, so right now, you would want to say that what you learned during that time of no school is what's keeping you going.
Exactly.
Wow. You know, we get to learn a lot from your story because at that period of time, I'm sure so many people were confused. So many people didn't know what to do. So many people stayed home and did nothing. That year passed, they didn't do nothing. But then you achieved skills. You used your hands and you learned, and now that is paying you off. Tell us, what is your experience like now, being you and working? You're working, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Sure.
what is it like when you look at yourself that during the time you were going and learning and your friends probably were going to school? How do you feel like right now?
It feels really good. It feels self-satisfying. Even though at some point I'll be like, that's where I was supposed to be when I see my classmates somewhere. But still, what I learned has taught me so many things they don't know at wherever they are now. And that's an advantage to me because at this point I earn money on a daily basis. And that's really something youths, some of us youths, they don't have. So it's really self-satisfying.
Okay, so and how do you feel when you earn money and you go back home and you give your parents? How do you feel? How do they feel?
Oh God, I feel like a boss.
Oh, she feels like a boss. Okay, well, that's good. That's good. We're learning from you. Okay. Someday I'm going to feel like a boss myself. Okay, but seriously, I'm proud. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Seeing young people like you come up with this kind of mindset in our nation today is a big encouragement. We have a future, and that future is so bright. We all know that. Okay, now last question. What would you have been if you had the opportunity to continue schooling?
My dreams were actually to become an accountant. I've always dreamt of becoming an accountant someday. That has been what I've been pursuing since primary school actually. So if I were to be going to school, that would be my goal.
Okay, let's say in 2-3 years from now, if you happen to be a millionaire, will you further your education?
Yeah, well, education is very
Oh,
important.
that's mindset. That's a go-getter's mindset right there. Okay, Glorine Asoh, we are so happy that you honored our invitation and that you made it to Ablaze TV today. Now, before I let you go, Ablaze TV team, we have a little gift to give you because we're so proud and so encouraged when we meet people like you, young girls like you who are geared to making something out of their lives, who will not depend on some kind of thing that is not realistic, but you're facing life and you're facing it real. We have a little gift for you and you'll be receiving that backstage. So if you're waiting to see, you're not going to see because she's going to have a gift backstage. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
You know, I could hug you again, but I still remember social distancing. Okay, do have a great day.
Thank you.
Okay, alright, so that was Glorine Asoh. If you want to meet this girl personally, you can always connect to Ablaze TV. We will be so glad to connect you to her in a very nice way. Yeah. We're rounding up with the show today and I'm so glad that we had you as our audience. Thank you for watching. Keep connecting with the Ablaze TV team. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat and YouTube. We love you and God bless you.